If you want to understand why we have sanctuary cities today, the first place you should go is a church.
So this will be where I came as a newly arrived refugee.
Jose Artiga once lived inside a Catholic church in San Francisco's Castro district. He fled El Salvador in the early 80s after a death squad came looking for him.
My sister came early in the morning, physically as I was leaving the house where I was staying, and told me, "You gotta go. There is no time for questions, there is no time for investigation, you gotta go."
Churches at the time declared themselves sanctuaries for undocumented immigrants like Artiga. But even in the shelter of churches, many immigrants were still afraid of the police.
The San Francisco police actually took part in several immigration raids during that era.
Bill Hing is an immigration professor at the University of San Francisco. He remembers when police helped immigration agents raid a Mission District nightclub.
And that was quite upsetting because it scared the heck out of immigrant communities.
In response to the community's outrage, Hing helped draft the city's first binding sanctuary ordinance in 1989. It said the city would not use resources to help federal immigration agents. When Maria Hernandez, a community organizer, moved to San Francisco from Mexico in the early 90s, she didn't realize there was this new policy.
Antes de saber que existía Ciudad Santuario,
I didn't feel comfortable or safe at all reporting anything to the police. I'm actually a survivor of domestic violence, and I didn't feel safe reporting any of that before I knew that I had rights in the sanctuary city.
yo tenía miedo a ser deportada.
When she did learn she lived in a sanctuary city and what that meant, her perspective on herself and the world around her changed.
Ha sido como un respiro.
It's been a real reassurance, a breath of fresh air, a respite, because knowing that we have rights in the U.S., in the city, that we have access to services, it gives me a calmness, and it gives me a semblance of normalcy in my life.
Vivir sin miedo con mi familia.
But by 2008, San Francisco's sanctuary city policy came under attack. An undocumented immigrant killed 3 people during a traffic dispute in the city. Here's former Fox News anchor Megyn Kelly.
A suspected MS-13 gang member here illegally from El Salvador. Ramos had been convicted of 2 violent crimes as a juvenile, but he was never referred to the feds for deportation because San Francisco is a sanctuary city.
After that, police began turning over kids to ICE for minor crimes, like bringing BB guns to school or stealing change. The immigrant community was outraged once again. In response, San Francisco officials restored its sanctuary city policies. Then, in 2015, Kate Steinle was shot and killed in San Francisco by an undocumented immigrant. That suspect was later acquitted of all charges, but the tragedy caught Donald Trump's attention during his presidential run.
You know, Kate, magnificent Kate, shot in the back and killed in San Francisco, sanctuary city. Can you believe? I have property in San Francisco. I own a big chunk of the Bank of America building. Can you believe it?
When Vicki Hennessy ran for sheriff that same year, she promised to cooperate more with ICE, and she won on that platform. But the immigrant community pushed back.
I ran on having stricter enforcement of immigration laws. I did run on that, but once I got here and I started working with everybody in city government and I worked with people in the community, I realized that the problem in making it too strict would have been to cause that distrust of the community.
In the past, San Francisco politicians and officials criticized part of the city's own sanctuary policy. That doesn't happen anymore. At least for now, those threats are coming from the feds. For Philosophy Talk, I'm Holly J. McD.